Hey guys, welcome back to DXB Crypto. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are having a fantastic morning or about to have a fantastic morning wherever you are and move into one of the most pivotal weeks in the entire year for risk assets, for crypto, stock market, whatever you're into. We're into crypto and we want to talk about why our altcoins are waking up this morning in a sea of red. So I'm going to show you exactly why everything right now this morning is on a massive drop. So you can see here Brett 8.9%, Injective 9%, Tau 10%. And guys, I've been telling you time and time again, like a broken record, if you've got any stable coins, please deploy them wisely. And you're like, oh, DXB, no, we want to go in all now. Well, you don't have to go in all now. Things are gonna happen for you, but you've got to do it in a systematic manner. So first question is, what's going on this week? In case you've been living on Jupiter, Venus, or Mars, or one of those, I don't know, Neptune's moons, wherever you've been in the universe, you've got the big rate cuts coming. And 25 or 50 basis points. I think we've made our position very clear. Whatever happens to the market, we will act accordingly. Most importantly, bags are set to ride if things go absolutely parabolic. We know that for a fact. What else is happening? Why are my altcoins breaking down? So you can see here, I've had that BTC box drone now for a while. We've got a reaction from it, 58,500. But that's not why your crypto portfolio this morning looks kind of tired a little bit. The main reason why is Bitcoin dominance, guys. 58% overnight. Boom. Look at that. I mean, listen, it's not at 60%, right? And the good thing here is, guys, look, Bitcoin dominance will break down at some point and it will come back down. But the fact that we've actually if you look at let's have a look at this on the daily and you just see how significant this is. Look at the Bitcoin dominance, right? And look where we are. So you can see here, look, this is alt season. Bitcoin dominance needs to come down over here, back below 40, below 50 certainly, before we can start talking about altcoin season, right? So right now we are miles and miles away, and the higher that Bitcoin dominance is, guys, if we take the emotion out of it, it's not me that's calling for a bull or bear case for altcoins, and things are not going to explode tomorrow to Valhalla. So we still got a typical cycle. You've got to prepare yourself. You've got to be emotionless. You've got to be cold as ice, guys. Of course, willing to sacrifice along the way, right? And Ethereum dominance is incredibly low, 13.7. These are the charts you need, guys, in order to understand how to react and how to buy altcoins. Okay, I'm not saying I'm a big guy who does this. No, it's very simple, guys. It's not complicated. And I think once you get that, and once you understand that the Federal Reserves will be doing their thing, Jay Powell will be there spitting lyrics on in less than 72 hours time, then you start to understand, okay, you know what, this whole game is set up for me to be successful. And why is that? Because if you look at Bitcoin right now, you can see here RSI on the daily, on the 4 hours. And if we look at this on the daily, there we go, guys. So we're going to look, this event's going to be incredibly volatile. Again, I'm seeing things way beyond that in terms of just the market dominance alone, just the stablecoin supply ratio alone. I'm also looking at this whole entire Ethereum, because this is where we are, right? We are in altcoins, and you can see here Ethereum starting to bottom out, and it's in a very good range now to go to its bottom levels in this green box over here, and that is going to be something that we could see maybe as soon as next week or as late as, I don't know, before November. And that is the calculation for accumulation for your altcoins. Okay, because Ethereum's got to fully bottom out against Bitcoin before you start to see, okay, alts rallying. Once Ethereum turns around, things are going to be quite explosive for us. And look over here. You know, this up and coming bull market is different. Why? And why are we participating in this right now at $58,000 to where we are right now? And look at this, you know, this is a fantastic kind of like projection of where Bitcoin could be. So if we get the cycle that we think we're going to get, I mean, most conservative estimates are at 150,000 in terms of 150K Bitcoin, but 208K, bear market 75, 500K, bear market 230K. It's weird. I mean, I would say bear market could be slightly lower than that, but projection wise, this whole current cycle, Bitcoin is the bottoms of Bitcoin now are going to get a lot higher. I wouldn't say they would be sitting at 75K, but from a 200K perspective, maybe potentially that's what could happen. And you can see here, guys, everything is kind of lining up for us to have arguably the biggest bull market. In fact, I already know the biggest bull market we're ever going to see. So in a year from now, I mean, as long as you're pacing yourself, as long as you're buying your alts in a strategic manner, as long as you are in this mindset where we are accumulating alts and we're nowhere near the top of the cycle, granted that macro things kind of continue to be in our favor, because once the printer goes on, there is no denying we are going to see that liquidity flood its way to us. In fact, the US dollar needs us. It's not, you know, anyone's not doing us a favor. We're participating in a very risky asset, and I think we are going to be heavily rewarded as crypto investors overall. And that is my kind of like overall take on these movements right now. Now let's go straight to your alts, because you need to know where your alts are right now, and I'm going to go through a bunch of them. Okay, big up to KRC20s. You can see here Kaspa is starting to cool off a little bit on the daily, which is expected, but this is a temporary respite. I think we start going into FOMC and of course rest of the week. I think we start to see a slightly better volatility for the market, especially for those of you who are traders. But all of a sudden I'm seeing tons of opportunities. The Elysium over here, let's have a look at the Elysium. The Elysium AGI is right. Okay, so big sell-off overnight, and you can see the Elysium right now is at 11 cents. This really, to be interesting, has to come down underneath 10 cents, and at some point I think investors will get a very good opportunity. Is it a good price to DCA at? I think so, but obviously right now you can see that price still falling. Mintlayer, good old Mintlayer here. Prices will come down over the course of the next 24 hours. You can see here the RSI is pointing down. However, saying that, things will get go back up. Manta network here still undervalued, still very much down if you're entering Manta. Chirply, Myria. Let's have a look at Myria, see where Myria is. What is it now? 2,200 per million. Shrapnel is basically a dead chart for now. Okay, this is an interesting one here. A bit of a cool off coming from for aitech. So yeah, you can see here aitech is absolutely in a position where, yeah, look, it's going to come back to this yellow box, but where it is right now, should wait for a little bit more to see where you want to pick this up. OTK, like I said, Tau had a nice little drop into that yellow box. You can see, hopefully it will come back and retest this trend line. Games for a living, I told you guys, games for a living doesn't go below these prices. Hopefully we want to see this heavily under a penny. Right, if that happens, that's a decent decent opportunity, but for now, GFAL is where GFAL is. GameSwift here. Could GameSwift basically show some kind of a sideways, bit like the other projects after that horrible chart? I mean, we're not buying charts like that right now. Another one that's absolutely decimated is Corporate World. So these are the, let's have a look at Octa. Octa is strong. Octa is very strong, guys. Octa is one of the strongest alts, and now for the first time it's broken below that 150. Okay, you can see here that Octa is at 149, so that's an interesting to watch. The biggest mover in this whole entire dip from the bottom to where we are now is Creo Engine. And if you wanted to pick up some Creo Engine, guys, you would get an opportunity. I think the price got that 50% retracement over here. So that would be something to consider if we have a sustained drawback. But also 4.5 cent could be a good DCA opportunity at 23% level if this slows down a bit more. Tectum at $8. Goodbye. I think you can pick up Tectum slightly cheaper than that. All of these will retrace, guys. So if we look at Tectum's potential top there, yeah, I think Tectum is in line for that 50% drawdown, which is around $7.5. Slightly under at $7 would be a good one. And if we do a bit more, let's just move this over here to that 786. $6.50 is your value purchase levels for Tectum. Ondo, let's have a look at Ondo. Ondo's already in a good buy zone. I think Ondo comes down to these 50 levels again, so we see what happens with that. And of course alephium at 160, and I told you Alf comes back down to this 50% level at around 150. So those are some of your favorite altcoins. In terms of the strongest coin that I've got in my portfolio right now that moved the least is Sui. Now, there's one chart we need to have a look here, and this is Sui's chart versus Bitcoin, and that's where the real strength comes from. Sui versus BTC is going in the right direction. Of course, Kaspa is deciding what he wants to do against BTC, but you can see it's printed a red candle on the day. Let's have a look at Tau. Tau again is printed a red candle. There you go, guys. You can see that very clearly. Alephium, the same. Although the RSI is kind of bottomed out. We talked about Ethereum already. Ethereum has further way to go, and this is when we will decide what our alt season's going to look like. You can see here ETH-BTC chart has to probably come down a bit more, but the bottoming, the record, it is not too far. And then even Solana is down against Bitcoin. So the strongest coin in the whole of cryptocurrency right now in the entirety of the market is Sui. Sui is got one of the best charts against Bitcoin, and I've shown you Solana, Ethereum, just for you, like for you guys who don't actually understand what this is. This is the relative strength against BTC, guys, and you can see here Sol is down against BTC. Ethereum has been completely crashed against BTC. Of course, Alpha's done well recently, but you can see it's starting to break down a little bit against BTC. Over here, you've got Tau, again, been doing well, printed a red candle against BTC. Kaspa has been doing fantastically well against BTC. And of course, just one red candle there. And the only coin that I've seen with real strength against Bitcoin is Sui, and that's in front of you right now. So guys, listen, you know, in terms of our overall cycle dynamics, this is, you know, nothing to be afraid of. But next week, in the next 2 days, there will be certain decisions you have to make. I can't make that for you. I can only give you the information. tell you what I'm doing, and I'm exactly doing what I told you I will do, which is ride my bags, or alternatively, if things go falling apart, then we do have a strategy that I posted in the Discord. All right, smash a like, guys, if you found this useful. Get off to a great start. Don't be lazy. Do what you can this week. Mine some USDT. Don't even call it that you go to work. Tell your friends and family that you're mining USDT, guys. Have that mindset. Being your host, DXB Crypto. Smash a like for me, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.